Okay, this is how you're gonna fix your ad fatigue problem. One of the most common problems in today's, paid media landscape, basically, especially post-size 14, that has become a lot more evident, is ad fatigue problem and the constant battle with maybe you probably a marketer or you may be a business owner. Like there is a battle between getting all new creatives all the time. The ad buyers need more creatives. We launch new creatives and after a point we see like a small lift and then performance drops again. This is exactly how you're gonna fix your ad fatigue problem, really solve those issues that you need creative all the time to run the account. This video will be one of the most important videos basically to guide you through like how I approach my optimization process and what I found working really, really well, because I used to struggle with this problem a lot. And after a point, like it's not even viable, like it didn't make sense to me that there wasn't like any specific like structure on how we can actually prolong this ad fatigue problem, and that we would just need new creatives to actually solve this and revive the whole account. Especially like on TikTok, when TikTok really came in, I actually implemented this and it really worked really well. Ties in together with the creative testing system that obviously I have to do like a separate video or just show you like a glimpse of it, obviously, and a few like key framework. Obviously, like this is a whole course and hours that I could do that. But let me actually go into now how you fix your ad fatigue problem. Now, I want to mention and stress a few key principles. And basically, like the number one mistake that people make, and I did myself, like that's why I'm saying myself including, and I really did that myself. But since I just overcame this issue and I started, change direction of how I approach things in the last, 2 or 3 years, this really made a big difference. Is that people don't optimize for the winning ad. So typically when we got maybe a winning ad or 2 winning ads, after a few months, obviously it will depend on the ad, the industry, the messaging, how fast it will fatigue, and the budget, obviously. Once it actually has fatigued, in like a weak situation, that we just ask like for an iteration, which most of the time is not even iteration because we don't know what has worked, but that's for a whole other video, because we don't test using isolation, isolating each variable, know what's working in the account, actually having a process, which all what I'm talking about in this videos in this channel anyways. Yeah, like the main issue that we get a new iteration and just doesn't really hit in, or we just get this iteration a few weeks later, which again is not really close to that initial winner. So the big mistake that we do, we don't really optimize for the winning ad. And what I mean on that, we don't optimize the winning ad itself, because that winning ad itself can really turn that one ad into like 50 just by simply tweaking a few things. That's really the core key element, well, at least one of the core key elements of the creative system that I like to go about. And first I would actually so we optimize through the winning ad, and in that winning ad a specific creative. So this will actually stop the I need more creative all the time issue, and we're also going to see much better results because we're still focusing on the winning ad formula. That's super key, guys. If we optimize the winning ad by tweaking a few stuff that we're just gonna talk about in a few seconds, we are still on the winning ad formula, because after a point you need to have a spreadsheet. Obviously I have like a spreadsheet, I do that. You need to log basically all the winning ads and why they worked and what exactly each element of that ad entail. Basically we can be creative, so we know the winning ad formula in that account. So it's basically most of the time 2 or 3 core key angles and creatives that we just iterate: the hook, the headline, so on and so forth. So by tweaking that, we are, first of all, we're optimizing through the winning ad, so we know that's a winning core concept. It's not like a new concept or like a new creative, so that thing works. So we have one constant and we're just testing variables so we can see how we can prolong that. And we're hitting different people, resonate with different kind of stuff. As you can imagine, when I'm scrolling through my feed and let's say I have a thumbnail and an unboxing video, I might stop the scroll because I'm just really interested to see like unboxing videos. But some other person might stop the scroll when he sees a person like holding the product. I'm talking about this kind of optimizations, which are really nuanced and very easy to make, but they make all the difference and they save so much money. Plus the whole this is really how you can scale to 5-10k a day basically. Now let's actually go into some examples. I'm gonna hope for an example of an ad account that I'm managing. And just to be clear, I'm gonna blur some stuff out because obviously I have signed an NDA and stuff with clients. Now, as you can see here, obviously this is one static of the winning ad, like a feature static pointing ad, which really works very well across different industries, not just e-com. But now this has been the winning ad, like the number winning ad. It has like multiple purchases. Obviously, this is a lower scale account, so I can't really know how we actually would do that in higher scale because probably in budget. But in that specific situation, just to keep things very like practical for this video, this has been the winning ad. Produce most of the purchase at CPA that we're targeting, or within the actual CPA that we're actually targeting. Now, just to be clear, this is how I took this ad and turned it into like 50 and really battled the ad fatigue problem, and I just had no ad fatigue problems and actually created new winners of that. Now, I just took this proven concept and actually tested a few different variations. As you can see, like you can see what actually did I change here. I just changed the actual headline, like, and another variation I just changed the actual color, and another variation I just changed the actual frame. So as you can guys, and it's actually a concept I'm just gonna mention in a bit. You need to first, and this is how you actually feel, you know, and really to try to show some practical, very practical steps you can do. You need to focus, number one, into key creative tests. So when we have a winner, we need to optimize through the winner, and there are a few key elements that obviously are a priority, and that will be things that do stop the scroll. So that will be the headline, that will be the hook if it's a video, that will be the frame or the product, and I'm just talking about this, the headline or the copy. This sounds like some of the key tests here. Now you can really just grab it if you scroll down. What is the first thing you actually pay attention to here? For me, is like basically the headline here. So why not take each one ad, leave everything the same, and just test 5 to 10 different headlines to tackle different segments of the actual audience? Because again, people resonate with different things, and it will depend on the funnel and the stage of the awareness that this exact prospect is in. I have a video that makes it much easier to actually explain this on the awareness level stuff, but for the sake of this video, just make sure to focus on testing a few different headlines. As you can see, I just turn one ad, winning ad, into 100. If I can come up with 100 headlines, but I can't. Obviously, budget allocation, so on and so forth, these all do make sense, and which ones you actually will prioritize. But these are like some simple frameworks so you can see like in action how to do this. And let me actually hop into the ads manager so you can see some different like statics and some different metrics. So color variations here of the exact ad. So again, this is also not in USD because obviously we actually targeting the US on this account, but it's just not in USD because this is how the invoicing is done in this specific client. But in any case, I want to see like you can gauge the differences in the numbers. Have CPM, CPC, and a click-through rate here. As you can see, it's basically the same ad, but just changing colors. So I'm not even going to go into the headline, which is much more evident because this was just like a test to actually that I actually pulled. But as you can see here, look at the difference in the conversion rate, guys. Look at the difference in the conversion rate. Look at the difference in the CPM level. Now all are pretty close, just to be clear here. But look at the difference in the CPC. Like this almost double this one, and the click-through rate here. It's how like there's more tricks in that, but some are really like very rapid differently. How you can actually execute this yourself. You need to focus on key tests, then everything else. And again, hook, headline, you know, the frame optimization, all these will be the key step that you actually see. And what actually stops the scrolls, because as you can imagine, if you have a video or even a static and people just don't even just stop and watch the video, they won't even go into the rest of the video to get like converted into a customer because they haven't really captured their attention at first, basically. So this is how important that is. And headlines, hooks, product frameworks should be the first things. Prioritize the hook, as I said, again for the same reason. And it's super important as well each variables. For example, in that scenario that I had this specific feature pointing ad, I didn't change anything besides just the headline, so I can test like the importance and the effect that has that headline to the whole, you know, performance. It might have no effect, it might have like negative effect, but I'm still optimizing through the winning ad, and I actually produce a couple more variations of that winning ad that are still running, and they are managing, and that's, you know, getting most of the spend through and most of the results basically. So this is super important. This is how you actually kill ad fatigue. If you want a free implementation of how this system can actually work on you, the whole creative test and scan system, book a call with me below, or I have, by the time you might watch this video, it's gonna be another like a mini course that I have put together. If you wanna go in at your own pace, just carry out masterclass so you can see more in depth how I actually do this. Thanks for watching this. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I hope you have a good day.